Hey, you're watching Rage. We are hosting Rage this evening. We're Interpol. I'm Carlos, this is Daniel, this is Sam, Paul. And for the next 5 hours, you'll be listening to selections of music that we have decided is in your best interest to know about. And we'll also be talking about some of those selections when we introduce them, explaining their significance to us, why we like them, what we think is particularly aesthetically good about them, or anything like that. So I hope you enjoy the very eclectic mix of music that you'll hear for the next 5 hours on Rage.
My first selection is a song called Pyramid Song by Radiohead. It's a computer, I guess CGI video that features a scuba diver swimming around a kind of, I suppose it's some like post-apocalyptic world where everything's underwater. And apart from the fact, it's just a very, very beautiful song with a kind of crazy piano melody that's in a time signature that I could never figure out. It's like almost impossible even to find the one. So, I mean, it's just a great, great Radiohead song for one, and then the video is just very, very striking and probably one of the most tasteful, cool computer imagery videos that I've seen done. And the design team that put the video together is called Shinola. They're based in England, and I think they're behind quite a few really good videos. The Queens of the Stone Age video, where it's like kind of the solid colors and there's a car and it's pretty sexual with a woman at the hood of a car. From
Go with the Flow.
Does it go with the flow?
Yeah.
From Songs for the Deaf. Shinola did that video as well, to give you some reference. So anyway, this is Pyramid Song by Radiohead.
We're about to listen to a track by a band called Mercury Rev. The song's called Holes, off of a really kind of pivotal album for them called Deserter Songs, which came out after a series of the band breaking up and coming back together, and people going through rehab, and just all the awful things that could happen associated with, being in a band that had been around for quite a few years at that point. And it's all encapsulated, like the change that they went through is all encapsulated in this beautiful album, like I said, called Deserter Songs. And Holes is the title track, which really kind of sums up the beauty of the whole album. And for obvious reasons, it just had such an impact on me. Uncompromised melody and just beautiful lyrics. And it's kind of interesting what they came out of, because they were, quite a noisy art rock band. And this is what happened when, they kind of decided to kind of ease up on the noise and bring out the songs a little more. It's just absolutely gorgeous. This track is called Pass It Up, which is by a band called Belter Space, which is actually a New York band via Auckland, New Zealand. And this is one of their last albums, I believe, that they released one more after this before they parted ways. This kind of represents my moving to New York, and kind of the what I get out of the atmosphere of the song, although lyrically it may have nothing to do with what I was going through. It just kind of just felt it was my soundtrack to moving to New York. And Belter Space is a band that I discovered in the early 90s when I got into My Bloody Valentine, and I found the aesthetic to be kind of similar and a little more aggressive. And I don't know, I just think nobody married something really aggressive and ugly with something so beautiful ever. And over this way, they're on the Flying Nun label, and I highly suggest, if anybody doesn't know who they are, to go source them out. Belter Space, Pass It Up.
The next video you're about to see is Equus by Blonde Redhead. It's off their last record, Misery is a Butterfly. Blonde Redhead is another one of those bands that I've loved for so many years. Paul and I actually have shared an admiration for that band for quite some time, since we started the band, actually. And again, another band that we toured with in the last few months. So it's actually been a pretty great year to tour with bands that you've liked for so long, and then to find out that you guys like each other, and then to make a bill that's really just, complements each other so much, and to be in the wings watching a band that you've loved for so long before you're about to play is just such a great feeling, and they have so many good songs. as well as being lovely, lovely people. And now it's just odd to spend so many years being kind of an admirer of this band, and then now you're friends with them, and you see them around New York, and you go out, and it's just, I don't know, things change a little bit, but their last record is a great record. It's a really good progression from their previous records, which is something Blonde Redhead has always been great about. It's just kind of not doing the same sort of style. They've always been really good at evolving, and this next song's Equus. It's off their, it's the last song off the record, and it's definitely a little bit of a different vibe off the record, but a little bit punchier and very, very catchy. Equus.
Selection is Out of Time by Blur, and this for me is really one of the greatest achievements in terms of matching the visual imagery of a video to a song. It's a beautiful, beautiful Blur song for one, and it's just a I don't know, I mean, it's kind of current in the sense that it's sort of shot like a reality TV show would be shot, but it's just got it's a woman on an aircraft carrier just kind of going through some everyday tasks that she would go through on this aircraft carrier. But the quality of the video, it's all shot, I think, in the outdoor parts are shot at the magic hour, around sunset. And something in the pacing and something in the subject matter, that just fits so perfectly with what the song is creating. And then there's also this unbelievable moment where there's just one little subtitle that appears at the bottom of the screen, which is kind of like a window into the woman's head. And so you're just kind of seeing her in this really slow-paced, sort of reality show following her around this aircraft carrier, and then there's this one moment of just real kind of pathos that is achieved, and it's just one of the, as I said, it's a great achievement in video making, I think. So this is Out of Time by Blur.